David had committed a very foolish sin. He was not supposed to take an account of his riches or the strength of his leadership, the numbers of the people, the number of the army, all of that. And he violated that specific command of the Lord. He wasn't to count, but he violated it. When he did, sin releases consequences, and the nation began to suffer. And he pled with the Lord for the Lord to lift that was released on the nation by his own sin. And the Lord gave him a specific assignment, very fascinating, told him of a place where he was to make a sacrifice, where he was to give an offering. And it was at somebody else's place, somebody else's threshing floor, someone else's geography, somebody else's property. And so when David went to this man to tell him he wanted to offer sacrifices to the Lord to break the plague that had been released, this man told David, here's the oxen, here's the wood for you to put on the altar, here's the threshing floor, here's the property. Take all of it as a gift and sacrifice to God. And David responded with this statement that has become a slogan for these centuries since then. In verse 24, the king responded to, how do you say his name? I called him Art first service, but Aran, whoever he is. And he says, "No, but I will surely buy it from you for a price. Nor will I offer burnt offerings to the Lord my God with that which costs me nothing." I will not give God an offering that costs me nothing. Say that with me. I will not give God an offering that costs me nothing. Say it again. I will not give God an offering that costs me nothing. There's an aspect of this life of grace that sometimes is missed. Things are supposed to cost us. In other words, I believe so much in giving, and I believe that the Lord returns. I've watched it for my whole life, but I'll be honest with you. I gave sacrificially in early years, and I've watched this happen countless times, where somebody will just come to the Lord, they'll hear about tithing, about giving offerings, they'll act in obedience to the Lord, and that week they'll get the most extraordinary breakthrough of their life. How many of you know that doesn't happen every week that you give from that point on? How many of you figured that one out? It's like the Lord confirms the act of obedience and the word of truth, but then he puts you in a place to learn the discipline of lifestyle of generosity plus other aspects of our finances. I wish that I could sacrifice one week and have the biggest breakthrough of my life the next week. Cha-ching. We would have the Holy Ghost slot machine working 24 hours a day because we see how it works. And to be really honest with you, I'm seeing breakthrough today that I sowed into 20 years ago. I see breakthrough today that I know today I'm experiencing this, but I can take you back to the sacrifice there. In other words, it cost me and there was no payback. That's the point. There was no payback. It's not a buying of favor from God. It's actually saying, I'm willing to go without this because I want your name exalted in the earth. I'm willing to go without this. I'm going to position myself in a place where I'm not going to have all the benefits that I would normally have with my income or with time or with insight or with strength or whatever it might be, but I'll use money to illustrate. I'm not going to use all that I have for my promotion and help of my personal life. Instead, I'm going to take this portion, I'm going to give it as an offering, and I'm going to live below what I could live if I did it this way. Sometimes the Lord brings immediate release and favor, but the disciplined life of sacrificial giving is actually, sometimes it's years down the road where the breakthrough comes.